Cindy, Palm Springs Cindy, and I am so excited to bring you this video today. This is my second makeup tutorial, and I have been needing new makeup. So what I've been doing is watching my YouTube Beauty Divas, and I tried to navigate through the channels and find people who had my hair coloring, my skin complexion, so that the products that they used or gave a thumbs up to were the products that I wanted to buy. So what I did, I wrote down what they were using and I ordered the makeup that I needed, and it's that makeup that I'm going to be using for this makeup tutorial. So to start with, as you can see, I have a clean palette, I have a clean face, I have my moisturizer on, and I have had my lips permanent makeup. I have had that put on them, but and I've also had permanent makeup on my eyebrows. So if you're thinking that I look like I already have some makeup on, I don't. It's just my permanent makeup that you're seeing. So anyway, to start with, I'm going to start with using this primer, this Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. Now, I learned from watching other people on YouTube to use the primers because it helps our skin look better regarding our pore size, diminishes the pore size, and it helps our makeup go on a little smoother. And when I was in menopause, I got adult acne. And so I have some acne scars right here, and I like this primer to sort of smooth out those acne scars so my makeup goes on a little bit better. Okay, now I have to say this particular primer I would not buy again. It's very thick, it's very drying, and I think probably if you were younger and had younger skin, it might work more nicely on you, but for me it's quite drying. But since I bought it, I'm going to use it, finish it up before I buy a different primer. So at any rate, this particular primer for my skin at 65 is a little bit too drying. All right, after my primer, I purchased this new foundation and I love it. It's the Marc Jacobs foundation, and as I was navigating through YouTube, I noticed that several people were using this foundation. And before I apply it, I have to let you know that when I opened this, I dropped it and it bounced all over my tile floors, and so I cleaned it up. But while I was cleaning it up, I noticed that it was not that easy to clean because there was quite a bit of, it's quite dense, and it is full coverage, but I have to say this is the best foundation I have ever used, and even though it is full coverage, it is very sheer and it makes the rest of my makeup go on really nicely. So I recommend this Marc Jacobs foundation. So I have, so I'm putting on my foundation on top of the primer, and I just want to make sure I get it all over my face. And, you know, like I said, it is full coverage, but it is also quite sheer. And all the makeup that I put on top of it, my powders, my blushes, whatever, I'm going to even make sure I put it right in here. It just really goes on smoothly while providing full coverage. Okay, that's my Marc Jacobs, my new foundation. Now, after my foundation, I'm going to put some contouring on, and I purchased this contour kit by Anastasia. The colors are definitely my colors. They're my colors for contouring, and they're my colors for my eyes as well. So I also noticed that a lot of people use this Anastasia contouring kit or whatever kit. And I'm going to dab some of these darker colors. I'm going to kind of combine them and use them to contour. So I don't know who in the heck Anastasia is, but she's quite popular. And this is the first makeup product I have bought from Anastasia. So I hope she's nice because she's quite popular. So I just want to put some shadowing. Once again, I'm just sort of daubing the different dark colors. And you know, this is what works for me. You can hear my dog outside barking. And even though that doesn't look like a lot, I think in the end result, it helps contour my face a little bit. Now, along with that contouring on my face, the next thing I like to do is use this Milan compact. It's a gold bronze, and I use my kabuki brush, and I put this on to give my face a little more of a bronze color, especially when I'm not suntanned in any way. And it just helps to give my face a little more dimension along with the contouring and a little color. So that is my Milan bronzer with a bit of gold in it, and I really enjoy this. Alrighty, after that, another item that I purchased was this Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and I absolutely love this, and I highly recommend it. Now, the upside is it is very concealing. I just put a little daub on my fingers, and I'm going to put it under my eyes as I would a concealer. I have, like I have mentioned before, I'm sort of sinking under my eyes, and this helps to oh gosh, where's my brush? This helps to create a concealing look to under my eyes, and it's quite thick, but once you've got it in, it really does do the trick, because I have some scars by my eyes here and here, and then, like I said, I'm sinking in under here, and this really helps to create or to cover that up, and I like that. The only downside is it's a very small container, and so I'm a little bit stingy with it. So for the rest of my concealing, I'm going to use my Bare Minerals. And I have this is the very lightest color that they have. And I'm going to use this to finish concealing some of the creases and dark places on my face. So I poured some in the lid. I have my Bare Mineral brush. I'm going to take care of these marionette lines right in here. Now, I learned from somebody on YouTube, it might have been the makeup guy, to put your concealer, follow the line, your lip lines. Don't go like this, go this way, because that's the way your lip lines go. So there you go. There's the rest of my concealer. Now I want to work a bit on my eyebrows. And I like to use this brush for my eyebrows, and I use this Joan Rivers. I got it from QVC, and I actually have two of these. So this one's about done, and I will have another one that I can move into. I like to use my makeup before I buy something else. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this, put this powder on. Now, I have gray, my hair is mostly gray, and because of that, my eyebrows get a lot of gray in them. And I'm not real good about keeping my eyebrows colored, you know, with dye, because I forget about it. And so but I am self-conscious about the gray in my eyebrows. So I like the way that this works. And then another thing, I use this little eyebrow pencil I got from Walgreens. And I did learn this from the makeup guy, that as we age, our face goes down, you know, gravity. And so he said when you do your eyebrows, instead of making the line come down, make it kind of go out, and it will help create more of a youthful appearance in our eyebrows. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this because I'm trying to follow this rule, but I'm going to make it go out. I'm going to make it go out instead of down, down. And then another product that I purchased because one of the Beauty Divas demonstrated using this, and I really like it. This is from Ulta, and it is a brow tint. It's light brown. It just says light, I think. But look at this cute little wand. And it's like a mascara for your eyebrows. And I think this helps set your eyebrow makeup, and kind of helps to hide some of those gray hairs that you get in your eyebrows at times. At least I do. And with that, I want to start putting some shadow on my eyes. So once again, the Anastasia Contour Kit. I like to pick up some of these lighter colors to put on my eyes to start with. And I'm going to pick up some of the really lighter colors. And I'm going to start by putting them right here in the corner of my eye. And I have kind of a funny story that I get Botox about 3 times a year, and I just go there, and I go to a doctor's office, and the nurse is a friend of mine, and she does my Botox. So I just say $350 worth, and normally they like tap me up in here like this, and maybe one here or one in here. But last time I had my Botox, the gal said, oh, I'm going to put some Botox here and here to hide your bunnies. You're getting bunnies. And so I didn't know anything about bunnies, but I'm going to use some of this palette, this Anastasia palette, to hide my bunnies. So it's not even Easter, but I'm gonna hide my bunnies. And then I might even drag some up here to kind of highlight my upper brow. Now I am using these lighter colors. I kind of mix them up, but I definitely use the light colors to hide my bunnies, if you know what I mean. And after I do that, I am going to put on I'm going to use this gel eyeliner, and I use it almost as an eyeliner slash eyeshadow. So I have a little brush, and I'm going to use it as an eyeliner, but filling in the space. And I'll do the other eye with the gel, and I will put these products. I believe this is a MAC product. I use it as an eyeliner, but also as a shadow. It helps to give my deep set eyes a little dimension. Although you might be thinking that this is quite harsh, and I agree. So I'm going to try to lighten the harshness up a little bit with my MAC brown eyeshadow and this great brush. I love this brush for eyeshadow. So I'm going to try to bring the dark color up a little bit higher while pulling up the gel. And sometimes I miss on how far for this to go. So that's something I really have to watch, and be careful of, because I don't want it to be too far out to the side, but I don't want it to not extend either. Okay, I think that looks okay. Let's see here. And once again, because I put that primer on, this is going on a little bit easier. Now, I did get a few little crumbles right here, so I'm going to get my face vacuum and just start to brush those away. This works really well for taking away any crumbs or misplaced makeup. Well, okay, after that, I get my eye pencil. This is from Estee Lauder, and I love it, although they don't make this particular pencil anymore, and I'm devastated. But I do add a bit of liner right here and right here on the very bottom by my eyelashes. And then I want to put this down under by my waterline. So I'm doing that now. And I can see I've got some more little makeup drip drops there. But I like a lot of this. And then I like to kind of go like this, get it up on the top as well. And as I'm putting this on, you know, why spend money on makeup you're not sure of? That's why when I look at the Beauty Divas and I notice what they're using, if they're in my age bracket, which they are, those are the ones I like to watch, then they are already trying out these products that I know if I purchase them, if they worked for the other ladies in my age group, they should also be working for me as well. So I felt like I wasn't risking money because these products were not cheap. But like I said, I did need new foundation. So the Marc Jacobs, it was expensive, 50-ish, maybe higher, but and then I dropped it. But I love it, and I will probably continue using it for a while. Okay, I've got my eyeshadow on, I've got my eyebrows on, and another item that I purchased from watching what people were using online on YouTube is this mascara from Smashbox, and it's called X-Rated. Look how cute look at the packaging on that. And this is X-Rated because it really, really puts a lot of dark on my eyelashes. Now, I would like to use, it's a big difference. I would like to use false eyelashes, but to be honest, I'm quite clumsy with false eyelashes. And I get glue everywhere, and then I can't figure out where the lid to the glue is, and my eyelashes are like up here instead of down here. So that's why I was investing in a high quality mascara, and I'm glad I did because I like this mascara. It's very thickening, and that's what I need. So I would recommend Smashbox X-Rated. And the next thing that I used, I bought this Wet n Wild blush, peach color. And when I first used it, I opened it and I put my brush in it, and powder just went flying. And it was a mess, and I did not like that. But I saw one of the gals use this color and this brand. It's Circa. And so when I saw that peachy rosy color, I thought, oh, I think that's the color I would like. So I'm going to apply this, and this is such a much nicer product than that Wet n Wild. I'm going to kind of put that around. I don't want too little, but I don't want too much either. Okay. Now the next thing that I would do is put my lipstick on. So I have this inexpensive little compact of Almay, and I use this for my lips, just to dry them out so that my lipstick sticks. And I also purchased this Divine, look how pretty this is, lip liner. And I like the lip liner because it acts like a pencil, but, you know, it really gets into the corners and very finely outlines your lips. Now, some people might say, you know, you've done your eyes, so you don't really need a bright lipstick. But I feel like I need all the color I can get. So I enjoy a bright lipstick. And even though I'm saying bright, you can see it's not, you know, it's not Gwen Stefani red, although I would love to be Gwen Stefani. And I have kind of a fun story. When I was teaching, you know, I'm a retired teacher, and every once in a while I run into one of my students. And so not too long ago, I heard somebody say, "Mrs. Hollinger." And I thought, oh my gosh, that must be one of my ex-students. So she approached me and we started talking. And so she said, "Oh my gosh, I just remember our classroom in second grade." And she said, I remember watching you. I'm filling up with pride by this point. I remember watching you and seeing how you could put your lipstick on perfectly without looking in a mirror. Well, of course, I chuckled because I thought, oh, you don't remember me teaching you how to read. You don't remember me teaching you mathematics and regrouping and all multiplication and all that. But she remembered me putting my lipstick on, which is true. I would do that after lunch. I'd quick, you know, get to my desk and purse and put my lipstick on. But anyway, I thought that was funny that she, that was her memory from second grade. Oh my gosh. In the interest of time, I'm going to just take this lipstick and tube it on. But another thing I like to do, because I like my lipstick to stay, putting that powder on almost like blanches the lipstick. But by adding another coat, this coat now will stay and make sure that, you know, you don't have any on your teeth, which I usually do. Okay, I have my lipstick. And now another thing that I want to do is use my Face Atelier. And I'm very proud of myself because I've been remembering to use it. And I think it makes a huge difference. It really gives you a polished look after you do your makeup. I just stuck my little brush in there, smushed it around the lid, and now I'm gonna just sort of powder my face. But I think that it does help keep your makeup set on your face, keeps it long lasting, and it does give you a more polished look. I've enjoyed my Face Atelier loose powder. And as I reach for that, I saw something that I want to share with you guys. Well, I know I saw it. So okay, here it is. In the olden days, they had something that you could put right here called a frowny. Well, I was recently with my father, well, not recent, but as he was leaving the hospital, we were pushing all of his slippers and toothbrushes and all that. And I can take a piece of this tape, this was in his room, I tear it off and I stick it right here, and it keeps me from having what we call the 11s in the morning when I wake up, because I'm a real scruncher. And after now that I have my makeup on, I'm going to take this cold washcloth, it feels so good, and really dampen my face and try to get rid of that powder look. So anyway, I'm thrilled to share my new makeup with you, my Anastasia Contour Kit, my new blush that I love, my Smashbox Mascara X-Rated, and my wonderful Tarte Creaseless Concealer, my great and beautiful little lip liner. So with that, I thank you for watching because it's been fun for me because I did the research of exactly the makeup that I wanted to buy and the makeup that I needed. So if you're in your 60s or whatever generation, at least you can get sort of a thumbs up on some of the products that are working for me. So with that, I'll say goodnight. Bye-bye.